2 million years ago, our ancestors ate their meat raw. Cold, tough, crawling with bacteria that could kill them. Life was short, and dinner was basically a gamble. Then, somewhere on the plains of ancient Africa, everything changed. Fire. And no, it wasn't genius. It was an accident. A wildfire, a lucky ember, some meat left too close to the coals. Turns out, that accident rewrote the entire course of human evolution. Here's something people don't think about. Cooked food is easier to digest. Heat does the hard work before your body has to. Less energy spent digesting means more energy left over for everything else, including, apparently, growing a bigger brain. Some scientists think that's exactly what happened. Cooking didn't just make dinner taste better. It might be the reason you can understand this sentence at all. 10,000 years ago, humans got tired of chasing their food across the savanna, so they started growing it instead. Wild grasses, coaxed season after season, became wheat, barley, rice. Simple as that sounds, it changed everything. Surplus food meant people could finally stop moving, and people who stop moving start building. Villages, towns, eventually civilization, built on nothing more than a handful of seeds. Then came pottery, and with it, a quiet little revolution. Before clay pots, cooking meant one thing: fire, direct, no nuance. But clay holds water, and water changes everything. Suddenly food could boil, stew, simmer for hours. Rock-hard grain became soft porridge. Tough meat turned tender. Cooking stopped being just survival. It became a craft. Fast forward to the Age of Empires, where food had quietly become power. Rome couldn't grow pepper, so it paid a fortune to import it from India. Camel caravans hauled cinnamon, saffron, and cloves across entire continents on the Silk Road. These weren't seasonings, they were currency. Wars got fought over spices worth more than gold, ounce for ounce. Also, someone's dinner could taste a little more interesting. Then, the ships showed up. European explorers crossed oceans looking for new land and stumbled onto something bigger: new ingredients. Tomatoes sailed out of the Americas and somehow ended up as the backbone of Italian cooking, like they'd always been there. Chili peppers rewired the flavor of an entire continent's cuisine. Potatoes fed nations that had never even seen one. In a few generations, the world's plates were unrecognizable. By the 1600s, 3 ingredients quietly took over the planet: sugar, coffee, tea. Sugar plantations built an empire of forced labor to satisfy Europe's sweet tooth. Coffee houses became the places where ideas and revolutions got argued over one cup at a time. Tea got shipped from China and became so tangled up in British identity that a war eventually got fought over it. Food wasn't just food anymore. It was moving economies and toppling governments. The 1800s brought machines, and the kitchen was never the same. Canning meant food could survive months at sea. Refrigeration meant even longer. Cooking left the hearth for the factory floor, an assembly line instead of a single cook. For the first time, most people had no idea where their next meal actually came from. It just showed up, in a tin, on a shelf. And now? Cooking is everything that came before it, all at once. A farming technique from 10,000 years ago. A spice route from 2,000 years ago. A refrigerator from barely 200. Every bite on your table tonight is carrying 2 million years of accidents, wars, and trade behind it. So next time you sit down to eat, you're not just having dinner, you're tasting history,